Okay, family and friends, here I am again, about to start some dinner. And tonight's dinner is what you call albondigas, meatball soup. That's what it basically is. My daughter requested this, so I'm gonna show her how my sister showed me the recipe, because the first time I did albondigas, these big potatoes is what my meatballs looked like. It was funny. But anyways, okay, this is what's gonna create the meatballs. I'm gonna be using some lean ground beef, handful of rice. For my seasonings, I'm gonna throw in a little bit of salt, some pepper, and just a little bit of ground cumin. Okay. That's my meatball recipe right there. Then for the soup, I'm gonna throw in some red potatoes, some carrots, and some celery. That's all it's gonna be in there for veggies. And for the tomato soup that's gonna be with it, I'm gonna use an onion, half an onion. I'm gonna throw in some minced garlic, whole peeled tomatoes, and for the soup seasoning, some caldo de pollo. That's gonna be going in the blender here, and it's gonna be using one of these big pots to make the great soup. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the tomato soup. All right, we're gonna start throwing I'm gonna throw the tomatoes in the blender, mix it with an onion, the garlic, and we're gonna create the sautee, the soup. Okay, I already put my whole can of peeled tomatoes in the blender. I got half an onion in there, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put a tablespoon of garlic, and that's all you're gonna need for the tomato soup. All right, get that blended up, and then we're gonna throw it in the pot, and then continue from that. Well, you're just gonna blend it for a couple minutes so it's nice and liquidy. This is what the tomatoes, the garlic, and the onions gonna do. So what you're gonna do now, you're gonna saute this tomato sauce with a little bit of just a little bit of oil. You're just gonna saute it for a little bit. This is going to create your tomato soup, your caldo. Okay, I'm still sauteing the tomato sauce that we created in the blender. Just saute it until it gets nice and hot. And we're going to add about 5 cups of water. Create your soup. Preferably hot water. That's what creates your tomato soup. Basic. Go ahead and turn it up, bring your water to boil, and then we're going to start the meatballs. Alright, now we're going to create the meatballs. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to throw in just a handful of rice. We don't need that much rice because you know, you don't want to overpower these little meatballs we're going to put in here. Alright, for taste, a little bit of salt. Salt to taste, right? Small amount of pepper. And a tiny bit of cumin, whatever the hell you call it. Alright, that's it. Now we're gonna do is just gonna mix it all in and create the meatball. We got all the seasonings in there, the rice mixed up with the ground beef. I already created about 3 of the meatballs. As you can see, they're about golf ball size. Trust me, keep them about that size because, like I said, the first time I tried this, they were like softball size. That didn't work. Okay, so once I'm done making all the meatballs from my mix, I'm waiting for the water to boil, and then that's when they go in. Okay, I got my tomato soup almost boiling. I got my meatballs ready to go. Cut up all the vegetables that we're going to add to it, which is the red potatoes, some celery and carrots, and can't forget the cilantro for the soup. Okay, now it's come on, get in there, come on. Can't do nothing with one hand, jeez. Okay, let it boil with your tomato soup. It's gonna give a good taste to the caldito. I'm gonna go ahead and use the basic seasonings that I always use. There's my caldo de pollo. You can use the one with tomate, or you can use this one. Doesn't matter. Still gonna give the same taste. Okay, I'll give about a good tablespoon of it. Because remember, it does have a lot of salt. Get some onion powder going in there. A little bit of garlic. And like I say, everything's to taste. You can see the onion powder's coming out. Okay, give it a good mix. It's already boiling, so I'm ready to throw in my meatballs. Just be careful when you put them in there. Don't create no splash. Give it about a good 20 minutes for the meatballs to cook. You're gonna start seeing them float to the top. Once you see that, go ahead and throw in your vegetables. And after your vegetables are in there, about another 20 minutes at least till your potatoes nice and cooked. And that'll be it. You can see I already have that cut up. That's next. It's looking good. We already got the meatballs popping up to the top, so that means they're cooked. It's been about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start putting the vegetables. So be careful to don't burn yourself when you do it. You have to use a big bowl and stand away from it so it won't get splashed with the hot water. Alright, now the vegetables are in there. Turn it into a nice caldito de meatballs. Go ahead and cover it. Let it boil. bring the heat down to about medium and just let it cook for about 15-20 minutes. As soon as the potatoes done, then it should be good to go. So some albondigas, and I got some Spanish rice cooking at the same time. We usually use the Mexican rice with calditos. You'll see how we're gonna use that. All right, thank you. See you next time.